to start recording. You have a young male, you have like a fatherly figure, and you have this female up here that I could talk to. So who is it that you would like to communicate with, okay? You picked a good one, right? So who is it that you'd like to communicate with? Almost my dad. Yay! Aww, because I'm like, the first person is this father figure. I'm hoping it's this father figure. He's closest to you, but you have this young male and this lady too. So who are you looking for? And it is Daniel, your dad. Okay. So let's go ahead and talk to Daniel. It doesn't get much better than that, to be very honest with you. Okay, so Daniel, he already came through before you even needed him. So younger male, I'm just going to write these down. That younger male has brown hair, passed before his time, suddenly, unexpectedly, takes partial responsibility. And then we have Daniel, which is great. And then I'm going to put this female up here. Like I said, this will be all recorded, okay? I'm going to put this female up here, and she tells me that she had a hard time walking around and looks like she passes something medical, maybe underlying like a cancer or something. Okay, so with dad, hi, hello, and father figure. He talks about the way his stuff is distributed, so this is also typically an indication of like you have siblings or certain people handle certain things in some ways. He says it was mostly medical, the way that he passed. I don't think we really saw it till the end. It seems suddenly, unexpectedly, in a tragic way. He also tells me thank you. Hold on. Which typically is a sign symbol of maybe being taken care of at the end of our passing. So it seems like this in the analogy of my brain. Don't worry about it, Kaylin. It seems like this in the analogy of my brain. Let's say dad has some medical thing and we help him and take care of him or give him his meds or maybe light stuff. Okay. And then there's a heart attack or an underlying thing or not realizing something is as big of a deal as it is, okay? And then that just like, so we take care of him, we go through a morning routine, and then we just find him. We're like, what? He passes, like we didn't get a chance to say goodbye the way we wanted to. I think you had your goodbyes in order. I don't know why he's telling me that we had our goodbyes in order, but you didn't get to say goodbye the way you wanted to. Because we were very surprised by the end of his life. We were very like, I think that was the tragic part, is the surprise of it. And then my spell check says Katie, heck yeah. So he also shows me a piece of jewelry, might be a necklace, but of course this is a gentleman that we are talking to, so this could be just an indication that we have his ashes in honor of his memory. And then also thank you to, like, you know, whoever put the celebration of life together. I think this is mostly talking about the distribution of things. All right, let me know how he ends up passing. If I just focus in on that part, I feel like it's underlying. It feels like a chest congestion or a difficulty breathing, but I can't tell if I'm sick or if it's an emergency. So it just doesn't feel like, you know, if I'd have known it was medically the end, or like I didn't see it, or, you know, I thought it could have been one thing, but it turns out it was something totally different, and it just kind of took me like that, you know. So let me know if this resonates, and I can keep going. He needed a kidney transplant, but he died of a heart attack. And the way things were distributed, oh my gosh, like, yeah, he had this underlying medical thing, something we always know, something we manage. So he's been needing a kidney transplant. He's probably on a list, probably waiting. And then remember how I even said, like, and then we go about our everyday routine, and you do have 3 sisters, oh my goodness. And I said, oh, and what are the chances that I drew 4 arrows and 3 of them darker? Oh my goodness. And this is my distribution of things sign symbol. Okay. And so he was going through something medical, and he was being kept content, being taken care of. Who was that person, by the way, while he was in need of a kidney transplant? But he actually died of a heart attack and had fluids on his lung. Remember when I said it feels like a congestion of the chest? It feels like someone found me and I had a heart attack out of nowhere. waiting for my medical thing. And surely enough, he needed the kidney transplant, but he died of a heart attack, and he did have fluid on his lungs right at the end. Things we didn't think were going to catch up and be a problem, but they were. We thought it was just the kidney. Nope. So, I don't know who got his things, but he talks about his ashes. He also talks about a shirt, and then all of a sudden a shirt looks like a pillow. So I don't know if maybe we, oh man, I get a sign symbol for tattoo. Maybe one of you guys has one of those in honor of his memory. But he talks about a shirt, and then maybe we've made something with shirts or made something in memorabilia with his shirts. Hello. Oh, gotta sip that coffee. The bean fuel. My sister has a tattoo and ties made into a pillow. I'm like, oh, I see one of y'all might have a tattoo. It was in the distance. Love how it's a different sister that does have a tattoo. And then a pillow was made out of his ties. That's pretty cool. I'm like, I see shirt, I see pillow. Something was made. You know, I've never seen one of these done. I lost my son 5 months ago. I pray you can get him to come through. Listen, make sure you are following me. I do all kinds of freebies. I could do guaranteed at any moment. My private sessions are guaranteed. Follow me as your medium. Watch a million of these before you ever get one. I don't care. I just want you to be here. Believe that I can help you, and I sure can, to be honest, okay? So, Melissa, Daniel says that he loves what we're making in honor of his memory. He sees everybody. Oh, and a necklace you mentioned could be he bought before he passed for my sister for graduation. I was like, this guy's giving me a necklace, but he's a dude, so maybe he means Ashley's. No. He really meant necklace, and he got it for your sister for her graduation. And then he also mentions a tattoo of a sister that she got, and then he mentions making pillows out of the things that he wears, like shirts, and we made pillows out of ties. And he says he dreams of you. No. You dream of him, and he visits you in your dreams, okay? So there's lots of, just know that, you know, even if you're not seeing the coincidences, which I think you are, repeating numbers, that one song or band. He goes, it's a band. It's a specific song, but it's mostly a band. You can use the whole band. So I think there's specific music that we hear, and we're like, oh, that's totally him right there, okay? And so even if you aren't seeing your signs yet, just know that whether you can see him, he can see you clearly. After he passed, how would I know? How would I know all these things? How would I know about the pillow? How would he have explained to me so easily how he passed so clearly? Could have been anything. Could have been any death at any time for any reason at all. Okay? But very clear. Loves everybody. Talks about distribution of stuff. I love how he goes down the line of distribution of things as we go, which is awesome. Yeah, I knew I was pregnant, him come into my dreams, and my son was born 1111. Remember when I literally just said 30 seconds ago, remember when I literally said that he comes to you in dreams and that the repeating numbers are just another sign from him. So you knew you were pregnant because he came to your dreams and your son was born on 111111111111. All right, just mic drop it at this point, ladies and gentlemen. Love you. Thank you so much for getting